Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? As we'll be relaxing as per usual. Nothing particularly crazy going on. I will say, though, good achievement for me is I have basically almost like a 2-week backlog now, which is fantastic. The reason I'm building up so much of a backlog is because, I don't know, if anything I feel more motivated to record videos now or something, but it's also because I'm going on holiday in May. So I want to make sure that, like, it's a reasonably long holiday, so hopefully I can sort of preempt it by doing this. But good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 11:33 p.m. on Monday, March 9th, 2026. No D&D today, actually. I'm just recording late because I took the time to record some Lorelei. And of course, as always, we are going to be setting the metadata in the middle of this. So yeah, let me see when I've got the backlog recorded to. Like, I don't know if I want to go all the way to recording up to a month in advance. That's probably too much, but probably by the time we get to like around the holiday time, I definitely want to have recorded, obviously, throughout the entire holiday and a bit beyond, because I'm gonna basically be doing like non-stop Animal Crossing recordings back to back to back. Or Happy in Paradise, because that's just how it goes. It's very interesting because I think I've done over half of the Happy in Paradise possible customizations now, which is going to be interesting. But fortunately for us, I suppose, is we have a hotel, which we'll need to do first. So I don't really know what that entails, but that will certainly eat up quite a few episodes, I think. But now I think about it, I do have... Okay, I am also busy coming up in a couple weeks as well, where I'll have to record some, but I will probably do Happy in Paradise for that because I don't know necessarily how much the hotel stuff takes. I looked up exactly what date this Lorelei episode was meant to come out, and I immediately forgot. I think it was meant to be the 19th, let's see. It's episode 39. It's, yes, the 19th. Wait, is that right? 17th? 18th? 19th? No, it should be 20th. Right, because 19th is not... 19th is a Thursday. Yes, okay, 20th, there we go. And then I've got one more after that, which is episode 40, my word. I think Lorelei's still got some decent amount of parts left in. But yeah, it feels... I cannot tell you how good it feels to have a backlog. And even crazier, it's like a sort of reverse thing. Well, it feels great to have a backlog, but I'm still recording even more than I would, even when I didn't have a backlog. Maybe, I don't know, like I feel like it's a motivation or something. It's a new, not a new lease on life, that's a bit too dramatic, but still. Like, today's the 9th, and I tell you that I have videos recorded all the way up to the 25th. So that's literally over 2 weeks of videos. And it all started because I was just so excited to play some more Nine Souls that I just recorded quite a few in advance, and I was like, you know what? This is good. It's nice having a safe buffer, because now it's like, oh, you know, I'm going away on one of the weekends, it feels great. I don't have to record videos of that, I just need to do Animal Crossing super easy. It's crazy. Now, I'm cautious of getting an entire month's worth of buffer, because then it's sort of like when people tell me things, I don't put it into action, I suppose, until much, much later, but whatever. Yes. So there you go, we're rebuilding a backlog. And it's fantastico. But what am I going to talk about? I'm not sure, to be honest. That much I sort of got to think. I just got shiny colours open here. I've decided that I'm going to stop playing Enfield. You know. I'm sort of saying it out loud. It's kind of that thing, right? Like when you say it audibly to someone, even though you are a listener who probably doesn't care, you're more likely to do it, right? Something like that. So I'm basically like, yeah, I've stopped playing Enfield. Mainly because I'm just like, I'm not having that much fun with the daily process of it. I like the Factorio element of it, but at the same time I'm like, I should just play Factorio instead of having it tied to this gacha game. Where the gacha system does not feel fun. I mean, we'll come back to the story. I'm just like, I'm sorry, story, you've not entranced me. Like, you've had your chance, played a bit more of it, and then I was like, I just can't be bothered to play the story. I'm like, why would I play this if I could play the Star Rail story instead or something? Which maybe is not the best thing to do, but still. Interesting. I can see that my favourite character in Shiny Colours has got a new gacha banner. Oh my gosh, Shiny Colours just has an insane amount of banners. Why do I still play this game? I don't know. It's more like I just log on and do the dailies, because to be fair, the dailies take like 3 minutes. But that's the thing with Enfield, is the dailies in Enfield take so long. You know, Star Rail is like one of my favourite games, mainly because I love the plot, and also its dailies are so easy, because you can just put things on auto mode, and then when I want to engage with playing it, I can just engage with playing it a little bit. Oh, it's a dance Juki. Interesting. Because there's a parallel collection dance. I'm surprised it's dance instead of visual. But okay. Oh, it's mem charge, I see. What? Relax 1% dance 20% up. That's nothing. It's a relax bot. I'm gonna lose my mind. It seems really bad. Next turn. Grow up level 1. Okay. Yeah, the grow mechanic is a new mechanic, but I don't know what it is. I might lose my mind. This card seems really bad. Like, this card would be good back when I played, but it's also been like 2 years since I've played properly. Whoa! 15 memory. And stamina. I don't know. Should I do a couple bills? No, let's do a couple bills. Why not? It's my favourite character after all. Yeah, I'll do 3. This is what I do Shiny Colours for. It's just a gacha button for when I wanna pull something, you know. Oh, Rinse 1. Very strong card back in the day. Mem charge, we love that. Sorry. This is me reminiscing on Shiny Colours meta. It is absolutely fascinating, I always think, to hear about the gacha meta as things evolve. Shiny Colours one has been absolutely insane, I think, but anyway, not the point. Yeah, I was kind of just like, I wanted to give Enfield more of a chance, and I was like, okay, well, I need to play more of a story to do that, and I was just like, I can't be bothered to play more of a story. I'm just not engaging with it, and I'm like, why am I, you know, I gave it a fair shot. There's no point continuing on with that if I don't want to, so I was like, okay, but satisfactory, I will consider picking you up at some point as a game. Okay, I did 3 temples. I didn't get her, so much for that. Shiny Colours, you're lucky that you're here because you're so easy to play while doing something else. And you're lucky that Uma Musume takes too much of my thought process to sometimes play while doing other things. Actually, I should play Uma Musume more now as my side game instead of Shiny Colours. Because the nice thing about Uma Musume now is that there's nothing to do while we wait for the next game mode to come out. So I'm literally just doing fan runs for my club. So that's probably what I'll do actually. Dual wield games. Yeah, what am I going to talk about? Sorry, I spent about 8 minutes talking about something which most people don't care about. But it is a weird experience dropping games, you know. Is it the first game I've ever dropped? No, but there's been plenty of games I've dropped in the past. Gacha games, because I say this all the time, I like games as a services model because I like playing games little and often. I mean, look at my channel, this is what I do. I play like 20 to 40 minutes of a game each day. And unfortunately for me, I suppose gacha perfectly falls into that sort of little nook of little and often. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gachas I dropped, like Fire Emblem Heroes, obviously Love Lives, Shiny Song. I don't know, some of them I should probably just uninstall from my phone, but I don't really need to because I have so much space on my phone, to be honest. I just have all these games. Pocket Camp I don't play anymore. Gakumas I don't play anymore. TCG Pocket I don't really play anymore, I just collect with cards because collecting with cards is kind of fun. And saying that, let's open a pack right now. See, it's a good thing that these games, Shiny Colours and TCG Pocket, are so easy. And that it makes it that because I can do it while doing something else, they get a pass for me playing them still. Playing, I suppose, is debatable what the definition of playing is. I will say I'm very, very close to completing the Paldean Wonders pack. If anyone wants to add me as a friend and share with me the free cards I'm missing, Goldengo EX, Chi-Pao EX? I don't even know what that Pokemon's called. And the other one. It's either Miraidon or Koraidon I'm missing. I think it's Miraidon. 3-star. That'd be wonderful. Otherwise I'm just waiting for them to actually appear in my Wonder Pick so I can actually pick them. But yeah. There's a real unsung hero, I suppose, for convenience for things which stick around, you know. I'm not saying that's necessarily good or bad. If things stick around just due to convenience. I think it kind of depends on your mileage of exactly what you're looking for. Bad habits sticking around out of convenience is certainly a bad thing, but you know, things which are relatively harmless, I suppose, things which are relatively indifferent, you know, you're allowed to have vices in this world, is basically the way I'd put it. You know, is it optimal that I spend, let's say, 10 minutes of my day playing shiny colours, doing dailies for a game I basically never play? No, of course not. But at the same time, I don't know, there's something nicely therapeutic about doing something with a sense of, like, regularity. Animal Crossing is, I mean, look at it. So yeah, I mean, while we should all strive to be as the best people we can be, you're allowed to have vices, you're allowed to have inefficiencies in life, which I suppose is ironic coming from me, how much I toot on about efficiency, etc, etc, etc. You can do things inefficiently, you can do things which waste your time, quote, quote. As long as it's not to, like, a detrimental level, then overall it's not going to negatively affect your life, right? As long as it brings you something. If it doesn't give you anything, like, I mean, like, joy, satisfaction, comfort, then that's another sort of, I think, discussion to be had of, like, why are you still doing it? For shiny colours, what's my major goal? My major goal is to train up all my supports up to my max level. So then, I just want to see what happens. It'll be like, oh, you have to train up a new support as your daily quest, and I'll be like, I have literally no supports I can train. What do I do? Who knows? But we're quite far away from that still, all the same. But I've nearly done all the SSRs, I think. I'm on G's right now of SSRs. Technically I skipped Astromelia because Astromelia being trained up by the missions, whatever, I forgot what they're called. So I only got G's, I got very few Cometic cards. I still have a lot of training tickets. The SRs are what's really going to eat up my ticket count. I was like, I've got so many tickets, I might as well use them. I think I'll run out of tickets before I'm even able to do so, but that's what the money sink is for, hey? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things, like small, like, vices I have. Where I do things, even though technically I shouldn't or something. And when I say vices, I mean things which are not, one, obviously actively detrimental to your health, you know. Vices, I mean just sort of like you spend, you know, maybe you're the type of person to hit snooze like 3 times before you actually get out of bed. Like, it's not that big a deal. But I don't mean like, oh, you, I don't know, haven't gotten up in like 2 weeks or something. That's, I mean, circumstances, I suppose, depending. Of course, I'm not going to assume your circumstances. But certainly, something which is not detrimental to your health, you know. Like, oh, you like to have, you know, a packet of Haribos, I suppose, every day after work. Like, is that good? No, of course not. But it's only a small packet of Haribos, like, fine. But I don't mean like, oh, you like to have, I don't know, deep fried Mars bars every hour or something. I don't know why I specified that, to be honest. I've never had those, but I would like to try them at some point. Because apparently they're actually pretty decent, if just absolutely artery clogging. Anyway, yeah. So what I'm basically saying is that, yeah, you can kind of give in to your vices a little bit. Not all of them, obviously, at the same time. But you're human, you know. And to be human is to be flawed. Not really. But it's more so that human existence can also be defined by its flaws, maybe even more so than it's defined by its virtues. I'm not saying that flaws are what make people human, because I think that's kind of doing it a disservice in a way. But to succumb, I suppose, to flaws is also very human. Maybe that's what I mean. Anyway, I'm not meant to be some sort of paragon of morality. I'm sort of preaching it. I'm just saying. Basically, TLDR. You want to have that biscuit? Go eat that biscuit. Same. That's also something I started doing. Is I started like, I found myself basically being like, I never eat snacks. But then during D&D, I always used to get like so tired doing the entire thing because it is me just talking non-stop almost for hours on end. So I started keeping a little pack of biscuits by it. So whenever there's D&D, I'll just like eat a biscuit to sort of keep my blood sugar up or something. So yeah, that's about it. So, I don't know, on a healthy level, engage with whatever vices you are. I guess they're not really vices if you engage with them on a healthy level now I think about it. So really, I guess I'm just like, just do things well, which is not very helpful advice, but still. Just a little. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this episode, but I guess I'll find out. So, we'll round this episode off here. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, discussion, shares greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.